Hi, boys and girls. Today's story is Elizabeth and Larry by Marilyn Sadler, illustrated by Roger Bolin. This is a great story. Let's see who's out there today. Hi, Sam and Henry. Henry, thanks for trying to help me with all the editing. Hi, Samantha and Benny. Hey, Zara and Oliver. Hi, Iris. Hi, Hannah and Noah. Hey, Mattia and Madeline. Hi, Zachary, Aria, and Colin. Hey, Ben and Lillian. Hey, Reese, Danny, and Truly. Are you all at Miss Shirley's? Okay. Hi, Ron, the reading teacher. Ron, I'm sure you know this book, don't you? Okay, let's get started. This is a book about friendship. I want you to think about who your best friend is. Elizabeth and Larry. Do you have a best friend? Go ahead, just call out your best friend's name. Let me hear. Okay, good. I heard some names. Elizabeth and Larry were old friends. Elizabeth was 62 and Larry was pushing 40. So here, this will represent Larry and this will represent Elizabeth. Do you know what that means, pushing 40? Right, almost 40. So maybe 38 or 39. Elizabeth met Larry for the first time many years ago. He was delivered to her by mistake when she ordered a box of oranges from Florida. That must have been a surprise. Elizabeth decided to keep Larry, and she gave him a room above the garage. She put the oranges in the refrigerator. That's funny. Larry loved the new home. His only complaint had to do with the size of the pool. And here's Larry's little rubber ducky. Why is the pool not the right size? Right, because it's a bathtub. Every day, Elizabeth and Larry went walking. Larry was always drawn to the zoo. He was fascinated by the unusual exhibits. Do you like going to the zoo also? What else do you think he was fascinated by? Seeing others that look like him, huh? On sunny days, they went to the beach. Larry taught Elizabeth how to float. He also taught her how to dive for fish. That's funny. Why is that funny? Because people don't really dive for fish, do they? Oh, here's my little toy fish. Everywhere they went, people stared at them. Elizabeth thought it was because everyone wanted a friend like Larry. Then one day she found out it was because no one liked Larry. Oh, look, they're throwing things at him. They're throwing rotten apples. Why do you think they didn't like Larry? Right, sometimes people don't like it when someone's different. This was the first time Larry realized he was different. Up until then, he had assumed he looked like Elizabeth. Why is he looking in the mirror? Right, he wants to see what he looks like. So as the years passed, Elizabeth and Larry spent less time outside. They spent more time alone at home together. They talked for hours and told each other things that they had never told anyone. And here she's bringing him some tea. Here's a little teapot and a little cup. Do you like to have a cup of tea when you're having a conversation? Or a cup of coffee? Or a cup of hot chocolate? They love to play cards. Although Elizabeth preferred Old Maid, Larry's game was poker. Larry was a big help around the house too. There was nothing he loved more than vacuuming. Sometimes he dumped potting soil on the rug on purpose so that he could clean it up. That's funny. I know someone who likes to vacuum. Right, Oliver. And Zayra, I think you like to vacuum too, don't you? And when Elizabeth had knitting to do, I brought over some yarn. So when she was knitting something, Larry held the yarn. It was the least he could do in return for the leg warmers. Oh, look what she made for him. Isn't that nice? Did you notice the picture on the wall? Whenever Elizabeth and Larry did go out, Larry went in disguise. He did not like wearing Elizabeth's clothes, but people seemed to like old ladies better than they did alligators. How does Larry look? Once while they were out walking, a man tried to take Larry's pocketbook. Uh-oh. What do you think's gonna happen? Turn to someone next to you and whisper your prediction. Let's see if you were right. But he changed his mind. Then one day, some of Elizabeth's relatives came to visit. She had not seen them for many years. Larry was surprised to see how much they looked like Elizabeth. Have you noticed that? Sometimes people and families resemble each other. They were very nice to Larry, but Larry did not feel like part of the family. He wanted to look like Elizabeth too. After that, Larry was not himself. He boiled water for tea, but he forgot the tea bags. He went out without his hat or his pocketbook. How's he look? He does look sad. Why do you think he looks so sad? Right, he wants to be with people that are like him. He didn't even try to get rid of the old maid. That's part of the game. Elizabeth had never seen Larry so sad, but she had known Larry for many years, and she knew what was wrong. Larry was tired of being different. He wanted to be with alligators. What's she gonna do? Go ahead, whisper your prediction to someone next to you. What do you think Elizabeth is gonna do? Let's see if you're right. So, it was quite sadly decided that Larry would return to Florida. Elizabeth took Larry to the airport and bought him a one-way ticket home. Everyone was staring at them when they said goodbye. Oh, how are they both feeling? Right, very, very sad. After that, Elizabeth was not herself. Every day she sat at her window and waited for letters from Larry. Larry wrote to her often, but it was not the same. Even his phone calls did not comfort her. Everyone who knew Elizabeth had never seen her look worse. What you need is a cat. Do you think that's what she needs? So here's Mimi's kitty cat. But what Elizabeth really needed was to be with Larry. What's she gonna do? Right. So one day, Elizabeth sold her house and bought a one-way ticket to Florida. She also bought some mints and a magazine to read on the plane. When Elizabeth arrived in Florida, Larry was there to greet her. They agreed they would never part again. Elizabeth loved her new home. Her only complaint had to do with the size of the pool. What do you think the problem's going to be with the pool? It wasn't quite large enough. Is that funny? What size is the pool? Well, why does she think it's not large enough? Right, because he has so many friends in the pool with him. And that was the story of Elizabeth and Larry. Did you like that story? Do you have a good friend? How do you feel when your friend's not around? Right, yeah, you feel sad. So let's see, can you write me some sentences or draw me a picture? Can you draw Elizabeth and Larry? Or can you just draw you and your friend? And draw some things that you like to do together. Do you like to have a cup of tea? Do you like to eat oranges? Do you like to go swimming? So you draw what you like to do, and I can't wait to see. Text it to me and I'll show it to all the kids on YouTube, or Henry will show me how to edit it. Okay, great talking to you all. Love from Mimi. Thanks for coming to see me. Bye.